All right, in this video, we're going to go over the best lead sources to receive for your HVAC business and the best platforms to advertise for your HVAC business online. So the big three platforms ultimately are Google, Facebook, and TikTok. So when we're determining a platform to run online ads on, it should always be from these three, because where is everyone on their phone on? They're going to be on Google, they're going to be on Facebook, which is Facebook and Instagram now, same company, Meta, or they're going to be on TikTok. So these platforms have the greatest amount of traffic, greatest amount of users for social media, right? So Google, Facebook, TikTok, if you're going to spend money on online ads, spend it here, right? So the things that we need to keep in mind when we're choosing a platform is, number one, what kind of budget do we have and spend on advertising, right? Number two is, are we wanting to just get results really quickly and, get us out of a slow season, or are we wanting to do this, long term, right? What does our timeline look like? And number three is, what assets do we have available to ourselves, right? How fast do we want this to work? Do we have, our website set up? Who do we have set up for our business already? So first, we're going to dive into is Google, right? What Google is intent-focused advertising is going to get us the best quality of leads, and there's multiple advertising options that are available for us with different complexities. Number one is Google local service ads. It's pay per lead. It does require, I would say like 2 weeks of setup time. So it takes some time. You got to submit you have to have a Google My Business profile. You have to submit lots of documentation to Google, right, to verify. You're going to get your Google Guarantee badge. You need to have minimum of 5 reviews, and you can start running Google local service as pay per lead. The leads they'll be anything: tune-ups, service, repairs, installs, pay per lead, between anywhere from $25 to $75, even more. It really depends on your market. The next thing that we have is Google keyword ads. Now, this is going to be a little bit more complicated, more expensive, is bidding on different keywords on Google, and sending those customers either just to your Google profile, or sending those customers from Google to your website, right? So really, Google keyword ads, most conversions happen on a website. So, kind of a recommended prerequisite to running Google ads is having a website, and a website that converts leads as well, right? So a website that is built for Google ads. So even though, Google's more complicated, more expensive to run advertisements, the reward is very fruitful. You're going to get the best quality of online leads here. However, I would say the downside is Google will keep you very busy. So you throw money at it, it'll keep you very busy, but it's not something as scalable, right? So you can't say, hey, I want to spend X amount of money just on installs. It's kind of, unpredictable, right? You rank on keywords, see what's going to bring you the most revenue, but it's not as predictable as some of the things we're going to look at. So next platform is Facebook, right? Meta, Facebook and Instagram in this case. And the great thing about Facebook and Instagram is we can choose between photo or video ads, or we can do both, right? This is going to be offer-based advertising. So instead of people searching for the service that we offer, is we have to create a photo or video that has an offer, right? Financing, offering installs, offering repairs, offering tune-ups. It's going to be offer-based financing. People are scrolling on their phone, they see your offer, and then they're interested, right? And the good thing is Facebook is very fast to start, right? So whereas, Google always say it's going to take like 2 weeks to set up, Google keyword ads takes like, 4 days for you to get leads. Facebook, if you're running your ads correctly, you can get your first lead within 24 hours, right? And you can kind of have a little bit more control on how to scale by saying, hey, if I'm putting in, $1,500 a month in terms of, install ads, I'm getting, 15,000, or not even 15,000, like 150,000 in installs, then this makes a lot of sense. Then, I'm putting $1 in, getting, X amount out in terms of install leads, right? So Facebook is very quick, very effective. If you have kind of a small budget, small budget meaning $50 per day minimum, $1,500 per month, right? At least $50 per day. Facebook is the way to go. Google LSA is more affordable. You can pay anywhere from $25 to $75 per lead. You give them a weekly budget. Google keyword ads is going to be a little bit more expensive. You really need a minimum of $75 to $100 per day minimum to run those Google keyword ads. And for TikTok, it's going to be more similar to Facebook, except it's going to be all video ads, and it's going to be offer-based advertising again. But what I've seen, our agency really hasn't had too much success with TikTok. I say Facebook is really the way to go. Facebook and TikTok and Google give you incentives when you start as an advertiser. They give you credit, like if you spend $100, they give you $100, that type of deal. But the cost per lead on TikTok is more than Facebook. And it's the same with other agencies. Everyone that advertises on TikTok is going to be a little bit more costlier than Facebook. Quality is around the same. So for us, TikTok, we'll utilize it in the summer when it gets really busy. We just want to add more, to what we're doing, but it's not something I would solely rely on. So I'm going to glance over these platforms, going to show you kind of what they look like. So here on, Google keyword ads, we're, bidding on certain keywords, right? And you can see, we really have in-depth analytics on, hey, what are people searching for? What are the keywords that we're bidding on? When are people, looking for the services, right? What keywords should we bid on to get the most return on our advertising? It's a lot more complicated. The learning curve is a lot higher. But the quality leads and is a lot higher. You might get a commercial job coming from Google Ads, someone searching for new construction, and the relationship and monetary value you can get from that lead is going to be much more than the purely residential leads that you're going to get from Facebook and Instagram, right? On Google, you're not limited to just residential. You can also get commercial projects. So next we're going to take a look at is Google local service ads. Essentially, they just send us leads. We either get charged or don't get charged, depending on what happens to the lead. $25 to $75 each. Leads come in. You make sure your business is verified. Otherwise, you can, we can take a look here at our profile and budget. So essentially, you have a Google Guaranteed badge. You can choose what leads they want to send us, and you can optimize your profile, choose where you want to serve. And yeah, Google, this is the easier advertising platform that Google gives you. The more complicated one, Google keyword ads, the ones that I showed you. Next, we're going to look at Facebook, to where very easy to set up. You can get leads around $36 to $50 in California, and very easy to set up. Different ad sets. You can test out different offers, and have video ads that are running into people's feeds on Facebook and Instagram. And here on TikTok, which is the next thing we're going to look at, we can see kind of here the analytics and the impressions is we spent $300, only got 24,000 impressions, 62 clicks, 3 conversions. We actually took the exact same videos that were doing well on Facebook, put them on TikTok, but cost was just higher. So it was the same thing, but cost is higher, even though we got some money in terms of ad credit. So we really only spent $150 for 3 leads. It just doesn't warrant continuing to use TikTok, but the really best lead sources for social media advertising, online advertising, is going to be Google, Facebook, and TikTok. If you're wanting to get results very quickly, you have a smaller budget of around $50 per day, go to Facebook. If you want something long term and very high quality, you want to target some commercial as well, go for Google, right? If you want to just get ads up and running, I would go for Google LSA and go to Facebook and Instagram. If you have a larger company and you just want to really grow and keep busy and scale, I would use Google LSA, Google keyword ads, and Facebook. If you're wanting experts to help you set up these online advertising platforms, our company specializes in all 3, and we'd be more than happy to get on a call with your team and see what's the best fit for you and help you guys out along the way. Thank you.